Hello friends and neighbors, my name is Andrew Carlson and I'm running for the Bloomington District 2 City Council seat. My wife Kari and I have been married for 13 years and our two daughters attend Olson Elementary School. I have a bachelor's degree from Iowa State University and a master's degree from the University of St. Thomas. I'm also a policy fellow at the University of Minnesota Humphrey School of Public Affairs. In my professional career, I'm a project manager with a background in economic development. I'm running for City Council to continue our tradition of strong leadership and fiscal responsibility. For the past 2 years, I've been working to ensure that our tax dollars are invested wisely and that we stay competitive to attract businesses and families to Bloomington. We will achieve this through efficient municipal operations and strategically planning for the future. Our local economy is doing great, as evidenced by the number of new office, retail, and housing projects taking place throughout the city. Last year, the value of new building permits was $131 million, a record year. Our very low unemployment rate, increasing property values, and reduction in foreclosed homes are reasons to be optimistic about the future. I view these positive trends as affirmation that Bloomington continues to be a desirable place to both start a business and raise a family. Since in office, I've supported the needs of city staff, including police, fire, and public works, so that they have the training and resources necessary to best serve Bloomington residents. Public safety, essential city services, and repairing our aging infrastructure will remain my top priorities so that we continue to enjoy an exceptional quality of life here in Bloomington. I support Bloomington's development efforts. As a commissioner on the Bloomington Housing and Redevelopment Authority, we help provide housing for those that are not adequately served by the marketplace and coordinate the city's efforts to preserve our existing neighborhoods. I understand the importance of a community providing a variety of housing options so that Bloomington continues to be an attractive place where people want to live. Bloomington is a diverse community. It's important that residents are aware of all the civic, cultural, and nonprofit services that are available to them. Bloomington has a strong support system in place. Examples include our public health department and community partners such as VEEP. One area where diversity is readily apparent is our public schools. It's critical that the City Council and Park Board continue to work together so that our children are equipped with the skills to achieve their goals and become Bloomington's future leaders. I remain committed to providing high-quality city services by approving a balanced budget with an eye towards the future. It's no accident that Bloomington residents consistently give the city high scores when it comes to delivery of services, or that the city repeatedly receives high rankings for its fiscal health. These high rankings are the results that we have come to expect from a well-trained and professionally managed workforce. As the economy continues to improve, new development, changing demographics, and delivery of public services will place increased demands on city resources, requiring fiscal restraint and strong civic leadership. As a District 2 City Council member, I will continue to work with others on the opportunities and challenges we will face in the coming years. I'll promote our city as a first-class destination and work to ensure that our city remains strong and prosperous. Bloomington is a wonderful city, and I'd like to help keep it that way.
Good evening. My name is Tom Hulting. I'm running for City Council, District 2. I've been asked to address a few subjects. I'll first give you a brief biography, then we'll speak to diversity, homelessness, and then I'll wrap it up with some additional thoughts. My wife and I are almost lifelong residents of Bloomington. Our sons similarly went through Bloomington Public Schools. After high school, I worked nights and went to the University of Minnesota by day, and then worked days while attending classes at night until my deferment ran out. Thereafter, I served in Vietnam, returned to finish my university courses on the GI Bill. Virtually all of my career since then has had me selling large ticket, computer-driven capital equipment to the regional engineering, manufacturing, and scientific marketplaces. within roughly the middle third of the United States. I served on City Council for 4 years. I would like to return to give the hardworking residents of Bloomington a voice for fiscal reason. The second subject we're addressing is diversity. Diversity, in my view, in and of itself is neither good nor bad. There are ample examples of both. My immediate neighborhood includes all races, and we are all mightily blessed because we all want to be there. I believe workable diversity is best achieved not by tax-funded social engineers, but rather by free markets, free marketplace where individuals choose where they will live based on their education, their hard work, their gainful employment, and their desires. As an aside, have you ever noticed how so many of the taxpayer-funded social engineering solutions are intended to happen in your backyard and not in the backyards of the social engineers? I don't believe that's the American way, and I believe we can do better. Regarding homelessness, my wife and I have sympathy for homeless people. We've contributed to Oasis for Youth and are regular contributors to Adult and Teen Challenge and Union Gospel Mission. Homelessness in Bloomington is not as relevant to most Bloomington homeowners as are several other issues. They are, one, the annual increases in taxpayer-funded costs of city government, the deterioration of neighborhoods as new through roads are routed through once serene neighborhoods, the increased costs of garbage hauling by taking away residents' choice, and then the fact that between 20 and 25% of the activist voters decide what the rest of us will do and pay. I don't think homelessness begins to rise to the costs to Bloomington as these 4 examples of City Council overreach. Bloomington currently has VEEP food shelves, many church-sponsored food shelves, and well-funded existing public health and social services. In fact, tomorrow morning I'm driving a packed carload full of clothes and personal supplies to MACV, Minnesota Assistant Council for Veterans, that supports homeless veterans. I enjoy telling people that I'm from Bloomington. I think the biggest travesty in Bloomington city government is that only 1 out of 4 or 1 out of 5 residents votes in city elections. This allows the entrenched incumbents to enlist their activists' votes for purposes that do not serve the majority of Bloomington, in my view. And this can be everything from garbage hauling to the annual increases in the tax base at a time when many of us aren't seeing increases in earnings. Clearly, for example, Social Security reimbursements do not keep up with the City Council tax increases. Frankly, I'm appalled that it's 75 to 80% of Bloomington residents are resigned to the notion that their votes do not count in determining what our taxes will be, which services we determine are best for each of us, the integrity of our neighborhoods.
I want to thank the League of Women Voters for this opportunity to introduce myself. Hi, I am Susan Hoffmeister-Woodruff, a mother, grandmother, and a lifelong resident of Bloomington. I am old enough to remember the night in 1960 when Bloomington became a city. I am also a concerned citizen. Now to the questions presented. On affordable housing and homelessness, community leaders from nonprofits, business, government, schools, churches, and philanthropic organizations should come together first to understand who the homeless are and what the root cause of homelessness is. Is it youth? Is it veterans? Is it people in mental health crisis? From that information, a plan should be developed amongst all the sectors to deal with the homelessness. Until we truly understand the cause of the problem, it cannot be fixed. On diversity, I understand that question as, what can we do to ensure that all voices are heard in local government? My answer is elect people who will listen and respond. We have given opportunities for the current council to listen, but I continually hear from its citizens, why bother? They do what they want. I'm running because I believe that we elect council members to represent us, and that requires not just listening, but then following the will of the people. In addition, I believe we need more senior women on the council to better reflect our diverse population, and that is part of the reason I am running. The City Council is responsible for ensuring the primary services of police, fire, water and sewer, and infrastructure are adequate and meet the needs of the residents while being responsible stewards with our tax dollars. I commit to focusing on these priorities and ensuring that Bloomington is a safe, well-run, and affordable city to live in as long as you choose. I am Sue Hoffmeister Woodruff, and I'm running so your voice will be heard and respected by the council. So remember to vote on Tuesday, August 11th.